Hey there, so welcome back to another video. So today, as you can see by the title and the thumbnail of the video, we are doing, and I told you on Thursday that we're going to do this, but we're basically going to be copying a face chart. Now, this isn't a face chart that I did. I wish I did because it's stunning, but it was done by Liza. I don't know how to say her last name, guys, but it's Liza, the face chart book lady. I know you know who I'm talking about, but it was done by her. In my video from Thursday, I did speak about the importance of crediting an artist before you use their artwork to copy, but I did take that out of the video, so don't worry, you didn't miss anything. I took it out because I spoke about it so much. So basically, I'm just going to talk a bit about that and then we'll get into the video. So people seem to have this sort of thing when it comes to copying. Personally, I think that copying a makeup look, copying an artwork, copying things, it's a great way to further your skill and further your techniques. Personally, lots of other people don't share this opinion. They think that copying is bad, be creative 100% of the time, blah blah blah. And even though it's a valid opinion to have, I just feel that like copying is a really nice way to test yourself. The only thing with copying is you need to give credit. It's always important to credit, which is why in every single one of my art to makeups that I've done, I always put the credit of where it's from. Yeah, I think copying it's not all bad. Obviously it is bad if you're gonna copy someone and you're not gonna give credit. Like that happens quite often in the makeup world, in the art world, in the music world, everywhere. But with that being said, let's get into the video. Okay, so we are recreating this look over here. As you can see, it's super pretty, super nice, I love it. And like I said, it was done by Liza. I think her surname is Kondrevich. And basically, well, to be fair, last night I was looking through tons of places. I was like, look at this pretty one. And then I was like, ugh. Girl, I don't want to block my eyebrows out. I saw this one and I was like, ooh, that's really cute. You know, there's some like graphic liner elements in there, which, you know, I love. There's eyebrows. I'm really excited to get started. I am gonna start with eyes today just because the eyes they're like dark shadows and things like that. So we're gonna start there. So I'm just gonna grab concealers. Yeah, we're just gonna sort of like mix them. So if I do keep looking this way, it's because I have the image on my computer. Okay, so if we look at the image, we can see that there's not only the black graphic liner, we have a sort of smoky eye with green in it. So love that. So we're just quickly gonna do that first, and then we'll get into the graphic liners after that. I am just gonna be using my Kimchi Chic palette. We're going into the shade Mad Maxine. And then, if you can see, there's like black on the bottom lash line. Okay, so that's like the smoky part of the eye. Then we're gonna go in with spiked, which is that greeny color. Okay, so basically what I did, we added spike onto the lid and then I just blended between the two colors, the Mad Maxine and the spiked. Then I added some spiked onto my lower lash line right there in the middle. I don't even know if you can see it there. Then I just added some of this Mega Glow Wet n Wild highlighter into my inner corner over there. And then we're going to take our Bite Size palette, the Hot Jalapeno, and we're going to dip into this beautiful shimmer. And we're putting that onto the center of that green. Period. But yeah, basically that's the eyeshadow done. Let me quickly do the other eye off camera, and then I'll also do my eyebrows off camera, and then I will be back. Okay, so as you can see, both eyes are done. Also I did add black into my waterline, and I did like a really thin black liner on the top. So those are the only things that I added without you knowing about it. Then I'm just gonna take the same Mega Glow and highlight my brow bone quickly, because again, I don't know if it's like a face chart pretty affair or if it's supposed to be in the makeup look, but there's lots of like glitter, if that makes sense, like lots of like glowy parts in this makeup look. Then I'm not entirely sure if I should do the squiggly lines first or if I should do skin first. So I'm quickly gonna do my skin. So I'm gonna do highlights, contours, foundation, all that jazz, and then we will do the graphic liner. So I just remembered something else about copying and why it's important to be able to copy a look. So in the professional makeup world, it's quite an important skill, just because lots of the time, movies and theatre productions, things like that, you're doing the same look over and over and over again. So in that sense, it's a very important skill to have, to be able to copy a look like exactly. If you're copying looks, you're also practicing for, you know, real life. When one day you're gonna do theatre productions and movies and things like that. So that's another reason why copying is kind of important and not as bad as people think it is. Please let me know if you guys want to see like an updated nose contour tutorial, because like I said in my video with Michaela from like months ago, I do it differently from when I did it in my first video. So yeah, just let me know if you guys want to see that, because as soon as this month is over, we're back to like basics of makeup, history and makeup, things like that. So let me know so that I know whether or not to do a video like that. Oh my gosh, the other day my mom is so shady. She fully was like, you know, I love your makeup. The only thing I don't like is when you draw those two brown lines down the side of your nose. And I was like, really? I was like, thanks mom, jeez. So I'm sure you can all see, but like the contour is much softer now than it used to be. I mean, I could sort of see where my mom was coming from. She said 2 brown lines down the side of your nose, and I got offended. Now I'm really excited because this is something that I haven't done in so long. I haven't done blush in forever. I mean, I literally did a Beetlejuice look the other day and I couldn't do blush, so makes me sad. Blush really touches the soul, let's be real. Okay, so basically we're just going to do some illuminator now, and then we are going to do the swirly whirlies. Okay, I guess we're going to do our little squigglies. So for this I am going to use an art brush. This is a Montemarte Taklon Detailer number 5. You probably can't see it and it won't focus either. It's just like a really detailed little brush, and I'm going to use eyeshadow first just because, yeah, I don't know, just feel like that's the best move. I did just see that there's lots of like freckles in the artwork. I'm not going to do all those freckles just because I feel like that's more of like a skin tone decision rather than a add-on decision. So we're just going to sketch that out. So we're just gonna, the first one that I'm doing is the one that goes into the eyebrow. The girl in the photo, her eyebrows are like this close to her eyes and mine aren't. So we're just gonna have to see if that works. And it goes quite far out actually. Like that. When it comes to a creative look like this, it obviously needs to be symmetrical. So my biggest advice to you when it comes to symmetry is to do little by little on each eye. So you see I've created that little like hook shape. I'm gonna take my brush and do the other side, because that way, oh my goodness, it's not symmetrical. I love how I was like, this is how you make it symmetrical. No, bitch, you lied. I'm struggling a tiny bit, but do as I say, not as I do. So I'm just going to do this eye first, and then we'll move on to this eye afterwards, because I physically cannot deal. So we're just going to continue. But yeah, like I said, if you're trying to do a symmetrical look, do 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. Like do a little bit here, do a little bit there. It'll help you to create a more symmetrical look. I'm just going to do this eye first. Okay, so this one, this little one at the bottom, in the picture it's a lot lower. I messed that up, so we're just gonna have to go with it. Whew, jeez Louise. Then I'm just gonna take my little pencil blender because it is blended. Actually no, I'm gonna take this brush, my normal application brush. It is like blended out, so we're just gonna blend. Okay, so it's very that. I think I'm gonna go back in with this brush and blend. So yeah, just disclaimer, this isn't going to look exactly like the face chart, and the reason for that is the face chart and I have different features, but I'm not trying to look like the face chart. I'm trying to create the look on my face, you know? So I'm really sorry if you can't see a lot of what I'm doing, but this is so like challenging. It's difficult to film, you know? Like I don't know how to give y'all the best possible view of what I'm doing, but I'll quickly explain. So basically what I'm doing is I'm taking this little detail brush for painting and I'm going into the black and I'm like sort of like doing little circular motions. So I'm doing like this on the line where I drew this line. So I'm basically just doing little circular motions. Then I'm going in with this brush and then I'm blending those out just with back and forwards motion, sometimes round and round. We're going very much back and forth between 3 brushes. Then I take this brush and this is just circular motions, those lines more, if that makes sense. Then in this area I'm going to take a bigger brush and just blend that out. If this comes out looking nice, I'm gonna be so happy. And then I won't worry too much about it being too opaque in terms of like the line, because I'm gonna go in with like water activated paint anyways. So there we have that eye done. Now, you know, I'm gonna try and duplicate it. Just give me a moment. Okay, so we had a tiny bit of a mess up in this little section over here. You can probably see, but yeah, I couldn't really get that done correctly, but I feel like I did a pretty good job on the like higher part. And can I just say, I'm like obsessed with this like negative space kind of look. Love it. So cute. Okay, now the backside, which is bound to be a tiny bit difficult. Actually, I feel like the backside's gonna be a little bit more easy than the front, just because, I don't know, I just have a feeling. Okay, so it goes out and then dips back in. The only issue with this is I'm not gonna really be able to see it with the dark brown eyeshadow. Well, I can see it, but you guys probably won't be able to. So hopefully you can see it. Then the bottom, it's not like connected to the top one. Goes out quite a bit, and then a quick turn to the inside. And then like go down maybe. Not gonna lie, that could probably look a tiny bit better. Grab a wet wipe. And just act like it never happened, okay? That's the thing, is like, I think many people have this assumption that makeup artists who, like professional makeup artists who are good at it, they have this assumption that like it's perfect first time. And well, I'm living proof that it's never perfect first time. So yeah, sometimes you have to redo a few things, you know? So let's just redo that whole thing. I'm happy with that. Okay, work. Now I'm gonna go in with my angled brush. I'm not putting any more product on this. I'm actually gonna wipe some off and I'm just gonna sort of go over this shape. Period. So I'm quickly gonna do that. So I'm quickly gonna do the other eyes. Little swirlies off camera, and then I'll be back, and then we're gonna go in with a detail brush and like a nail art brush and do black lines. Hey, so you probably saw that I pressed a button on my screen just now on the video. Basically, I thought I pressed pause. I'm so confused, but half of the footage is basically gone. Just the end, so it's really fine. Basically, all I did was I did a lip. I just did like a nude lip because in the photo you can see that she has done a nude lip on the face chart. And basically, there's also like, it's not as symmetrical as I would have wanted it to be. At first, I was like, oh work, it's so symmetrical. I'm just confused about where all the footage went. You know what I think happened? I think I left it on pause. And then at the end, I was like, oh, done. That probably happened. Ugh, I'm so annoyed. It's a good thing I kept this shit on. But basically, yeah, it's not as symmetrical as I would have wanted it to be. But I will say this, it is a lot easier to get a symmetrical outcome on another person and someone that isn't yourself, basically. And there was also a mess up in this area. I don't know if you can see, and over here, the water activated paint, it did like go into my crease a little bit, so, but I'm honestly so obsessed with how this looks. I love it so much. I think it's really cool, and this is another like plus side to copying. It's like I would never have ever done something like this on myself. So this copy helps you to do things differently and go outside of your box and things like that. So if you want any more videos where I'm recreating face charts or things like that, let me know and I will do it. And I'm sorry, like I really am not sure what happened, but I am sorry. I will, hopefully this won't happen again and hopefully I can fix it. But yeah, I hope you have a great morning or evening or night, and I can't wait to see you next time. Bye.